on, people? I figured I'd get me earning some hate for me here this morning. It really amazes me sometimes, some of the comments, and I've gotten a lot of heat on this video right here, where dad tells a sex offender not to talk to his kid. Did he go too far? So if you go watch this video, this dad kind of beats the shit out of Scoot because he lives, I think, across the street. I don't remember the video completely. But this guy that he beat up did not go to his house, didn't look through his kid's window. Dad just found out he was a sex offender and decided to go over and beat the shit out of him, said if he looks at his kid. I think that's how it went. Could be wrong. Even if it didn't go that way. A lot of comments and a lot of people gave me shit for defending this guy. And this guy comments today, huge thing, not even the cops would care if this guy died. Okay, I disagree with you, dude. That's not true. Good cops would care. Look, we have laws, and just because somebody's a sex offender doesn't mean they're out there molesting kids. Our laws are so screwed up. A 17-year-old can have sex with a 16-year-old, and he can become a sexual offender. You notice there's not a whole bunch of women sex offenders. And people go, oh, that's because women aren't doing it. No. It's just because guys get hooked up because they're in high school and they happen to be 18 and they sleep with their 17-year-old girlfriend who's in high school in the same class. Because there's a year difference. And now this guy goes through his whole life as a sex offender. And then you got people out here wanting him dead because they think dads, just because he's a sex offender, should be able to beat the shit out of him and even kill him just because he's a sex offender. And then this guy thinks that all cops think that's okay. That's bullshit. Now, if this guy had abducted a kid and molested or killed a kid, and we had to rescue this kid and he didn't care and he had done it before, then I might be with you. But this guy was living, and we don't even know what his sexual offense was. Dad immediately jumped to the gun and decided to go beat the shit out of him because he's a sex offender. And everybody's like cheering Dad on. In this video, if you read the comments, it's like, yeah, Dad's arrow good. He didn't go far enough. He should have went farther. He should have killed him. I'm like, dude, we don't even know if this guy did. He could have slept with his 17-year-old girlfriend when he was 18. I mean, he could have picked up a girl in a bar and didn't know she was underage because she got in a bar, and then later she was underage, and now he's a sex offender because some DA made him cut a deal so he could get a conviction, and he cut a deal. I mean, it's just, sometimes when I read these comments, I'm just like, are you kidding me? I mean, my comments are a great educational tool, and I usually get I got a pretty educated audience. And this comment on this video where I did the expedition, which I think it drove like crap. It didn't have near the power. This guy says it's got a Eco V or 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6, but I'm telling you, this thing was sluggish on the road. At 85, it sounded like it was struggling to keep up with 85, and the RPMs was like 2.5 or higher, and it was loud, and it could be because of the turbo boost. But anyway, 3.5 EcoBoost V6 engine. It doesn't even say it has a turbo boost, so maybe that's why it was sluggish. But anyway, this guy corrected me saying Vin Etch and not Vin Tech, which a lot of people do, because you guys get to pause it and read it, and all you're doing is sitting behind a computer reading. I'm actually videotaping, looking at my time, trying to keep it centered in screen, trying to read while keeping it in screen, going back from my screen to the object and looking at things going around me. So I do make some mistakes. Oh my God, I'm a horrible person. I said Vin Tech, not Vin Etch. Anyway, Vin Etch is where the dealer etches a VIN number on all, whatever. I mean, I don't know if I have that. It's another scam that they use. An attempt to make it easier for vehicle theft platforms to identify stripped parts. Well, look, there's a thing that used to be called what they call it, NHTSA number. And cars, high theft cars, had to have a little NHTSA sticker. And as a vehicle theft task force, if we went to we did an inspection on an auto parts store, if we found any parts to any car that was supposed to have the serial number of the car on it, and it was removed, then that was stolen, and we'd arrest the dealership for handling stolen parts. So you can't remove those little stickers. I don't know if they even have those anymore. When I was working, NHTSA stickers were pretty common. and it was stuck on all doors, any removable parts, the hood, the fenders, the trunk, anything that could be removed from the car. The part had a NHTSA sticker, and when we inspected a car, if we stopped a car that we suspected of auto theft, we'd look at all those stickers and make sure they were there. And if any of them were removed, we knew they bought it or stole it and removed the sticker. So this VIN etch obviously is the same thing. It's another scam. No, you know, like that will stop some piece of shit car dropper from parting out your car. Well, it not only will it not stop it, I thought this guy was doing this, so I have to delete this comment because I thought he was saying this VIN etch would stop somebody from pointing out your car. And I'm like, no carjackers I know ever stop a VIN check. Anyway, so I got to delete this comment because I cracked on the dude. I'll give him a thumbs up. Sorry. Everybody's comparing this Sarah Stogner, which I think I've mispronounced her name because people were telling me I was saying it wrong too also. And look, I get it. I'm wrong. If somebody wants to correct it, that's cool. I mean, as long as you do it without, you know, being a jerk, I don't care. So Sarah Stogner, by the way, I went and voted yesterday, and raise your hand if you think I voted for her. If your hand's up, you would be correct. I didn't know any of the other people, and I said, she's ballsy enough to do this thing and say, screw it, I don't give a shit. I'm pretty sure she's a Republican. I'm pretty sure she's not going to give a shit about pissing somebody off by maybe doing the right thing. So I voted for her. And now you guys can give me shit that I just voted for her because of her boobies. But anyway, they keep comparing her to Judy Booty. So I like Judy Booty's pistols and pistol holders better than hers. And since I'm doing comments, the comments on this video was freaking hilarious. I mean, some of the comments were freaking, I was just rolling. Railroad Commission, yeah, for pulling a train. I fully support her. Our politics are utter joke. The Railroad Commission is a complete farce. She's got some big stars. Those are Texas stars on those big stars. She's got a huge pair of votes for me. This is a good video if you want to go read some funny comments. She's up front and transparent, scant piece of closing. You're a brave person I'm looking for. Hell yeah, I'll vote for her. I'm voting for her. What's she running for? Alright, if you want to go read all these comments, man, there are some pretty freaking funny ass comments, let me tell you. Alright, well in that there, I just wanted to get a quick one on that. Everyone wants to beat up the dude who was, you know, thinking that it's great to beat up a child molester. Look, I don't have a problem beating up an official, real life child molester. But just going on somebody who's a registered sex offender and beating them up, I got a problem with that. Because I know a lot of good dudes and I knew a lot of criminals who were kind of petty criminals, but they were sex offenders. And as soon as we heard that, we automatically kind of like treated them a little bit different until we ran their record and found out it was having sex with a minor with an age difference of 2 years, or, you know, he was 17, she was 19, she was 17, about to turn 18, and it was 1 month, and some DA wanted to get her, or the parents were upset. I mean, I've heard all kind of stories, and the DAs are so unethical. I mean, if we had a good legal system, a DA would not even be charging something like that, much less wrecking a guy's life for his entire life, making him wear that pin of a registered sex offender. But I mean, I got viewers out here who just want to go beat the shit out of everybody's sex offender, regardless of what it was for. Just because they trust the government so much that if the government says you're a sex offender, you must be a horrible person. I'm not defending sex offenders. Somebody's going to come here and make this in I'm defending sex offenders. All right, whatever. We'll end that there. Y'all have a good one.